Let's talk about the California fires. As you know, unless you've been living under a rock, California has been seized by fires. Pacific Palisades, Altadena, now they're talking about parts where I live in Ventura County, and it's the biggest disaster in American history. How did they start? Who knows? That's the problem with disinformation. I've read everywhere that it's from utilities, electrical wires blowing down, fireworks left over from January 1st, arson, and I don't really know what to believe. And it matters, I guess. If we're going to prevent these things in the future, you want to know how they got started now, and we don't even really know. Tens of thousands, 20,000, 50,000 acres, who knows what it's going to be, but it's a lot. Pacific Palisades, which is one of the nicest areas in California, is a ghost town. The entire town has gone away, and it's not coming back. See, here's the thing. Regulations in California, like most of America, are crazy. It's going to take years and years for these cities to come back. And there's so many factors involved that make this just a horrible situation, right? First, you have the loss of property. Then you have the loss of business. Then you have the loss of infrastructure, water, electricity, et cetera, et cetera. You have all of these businesses, all of these employees, all of these suppliers, all of these customers, all done. And it's going to take years and years and years for it to come back. And it's going to affect all of America. California is the fourth largest economy in the world. Recently passed Germany a couple of weeks ago. Think about that. If California was a country, it would have the fourth largest economy in the world. California supplies much of the food to the United States. A lot of fruit, all of that stuff. Strawberries, avocados, nuts, pistachios, lettuce. It goes on and on. Now, as much as people like to hate on California, we're productive here. It's a big economy. It affects everything, and it's going to affect your food prices. It's going to affect your produce prices. It's going to affect everything. This is a tragedy that is unimaginable, just unimaginable. No matter how it started, no matter what the politics are, the politicians good, bad, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the result. And the result is an absolute disaster. It's going to take years and years and years for California, Los Angeles to come back from this. And what we're going to see is just how fragile everything is. We're going to see how fragile the infrastructure is. We're going to see how fragile the economy is. We're going to see how fragile society as a whole is. Because already you're seeing, talk of the insurance companies. They canceled insurance on all of these people last year. Most of the people who lost their house didn't have homeowners. And most of the people who you think are rich aren't. They're living paycheck to paycheck, or their, bulk of their money on paper was tied up in their house. So you're a guy making a few $100,000 a year. You have a few $1 million house. It burns down. You're not coming back. You don't have insurance. You're living paycheck to paycheck, and you're not going to be able to rebuild. It's a huge problem. And, excuse me, we're going to see just how fragile a lot of people are financially. Businesses. The businesses are gone, and that ripples down. Employees, families, services, and goods servicing all these employees. It's hundreds of thousands, if not millions really millions of people are going to be affected by this. And I don't know how it comes back anytime soon. It doesn't. And now you have Trump coming into office, and he hates California. He hates Newsom. He hates Karen Bass. He hates celebrities. He hates libtards. And who knows what he's going to instruct FEMA to do. Could he hold back money? Absolutely he could. It's just a disaster. And, people outside of California don't realize that in many ways, the way California goes, that's the way the country goes. Whether you like it or not, that's just a fact. Again, because we're supplying so much food. So it's bad. My heart breaks for all these people. Thank God I live like an hour outside of LA. I'm safe. I'm not particularly affected. My electricity went out for a little bit. It'll probably go out again. As I said earlier, now they're worrying about Ventura County, which is a little bit northwest of Los Angeles. We have high winds, which doesn't help matters. We have idiots flying drones, trying to get footage, content for social media. And when they have drones up in the air, they don't allow the planes to fly. And the planes and helicopters are vital to fighting this thing. Vital. So people have to start using the head. People have to look out for misinformation. That's another problem. There's so much misinformation out there. We don't even know what's true in terms of how they started, reasons why, et cetera, et cetera. And of course, all those things are going to have to be looked at. But again, the zone is so flooded with misinformation at this point, you don't even know where to begin. So pray for California, pray for your fellow man, and let's hope that we get this under control quick. Lauren Feldman, laurenfeldman.com.